Before you get started with this, I want to take a couple of things off the table. This is not just a white paper. This is not just an idea. This is a product that has 750,000 users. It's been tested across 2 major retailers, Xenia and Bed Bath & Beyond. We also voted the winner and the best the best ICO token sale and startup at Coin Agenda from over 45 companies. And we were also in the top 5 at D10E. And we've come together to solve a really crazy problem. We're creating a distributed Amazon of the entire web. Not a single marketplace where people go to, but turning the entire website and all websites into one mesh network of all of it, basically as a distributed Amazon, with a universal shopper profile and a cryptocurrency to reward the user and have a value conversation with them directly and to leave third parties out. But at the heart of all of this, we have a core value at the company. Now we believe in something very simple, that the only person who should own their data and have and be completely omniscient and cognizant of where your data is and complete control of it is you, the user. And you should be able to share that. You should be able to share that data in a magical, seamless way on every website that you go to, every physical store, to see the best product recommendations, the most personal experience, and actually, when your data gets accessed, it should be you who get the value out of it. It's you who should be getting the financial value. And we're here to make that change. Why are we doing this? Because we live in a really scary time. One retailer is going bankrupt a month. And it's no big surprise. Because if you have a look at the market, while e-commerce is absolutely massive, only 7% of retailers can identify their user across multiple channels and devices. 85% of retailers are inconsistent with their messaging across different channels. And I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to make it really simple. Who shops at Nike.com here? Put hands up. Come on. Hands up. Shopped at Nike.com? Yeah, you're a bunch of liars. You all shop at Nike.com. Well, I do. I know for sure. So okay, right. So you go to Nike.com, and you go and you look at 20 different items, and then you go over to Adidas.com, and you buy a pair of pants. What's wrong with this in the world today? Well, for 30 days, because of cookies and pixel tracking, you're going to be assaulted as a user with adverts that are totally irrelevant to you. What's the bleed for Nike and the industry advertising like this, where the money totally flows out of the economy? Does it go to you, to the user, whose data it is? No, it doesn't go to you. Does it go to the retailer? No. It goes to Facebook, it goes to Google, and it goes to all sorts of ad exchanges, making them richer. But it never comes back to the economy. That's kind of scary, right? And then when you look at Adidas.com, well, Adidas never is a mortal enemy of Nike. So they never send a signal saying, hey, this user just bought a pair of pants, maybe show them something complimentary. The web as we know it is incredibly broken for the user and also for everyone interacting with it. $1.4 trillion is lost every single year in abandoned shopping carts. And it's painful to search on websites when you go into 36 categories that have 36 categories and try to find the products that you want. And the time has come for the retailers to band together, not actually with one another, but with you, the user, to create a very special experience. Because this man is coming to eat their lunch. He's here and he's present. If you think about Amazon, what makes it amazing? If this is Amazon, right? These are the retailers, and the palm is the user, and this is Amazon. It's a closed loop of purchase data that's so effective that 30% of Amazon's revenue comes from the product recommendation bar. 89% of their revenue is attributable to personalization according to purchase data, the one thing that no one is willing to share with one another, the real identifier of the user. And of course, if you think about this in scale, this means that Amazon's product recommendation bar is 10% of the world's e-commerce. That's pretty crazy. So why do the retailers not want to be on there? Well, see, the moment that you put on your users onto Amazon, all of those users become Amazon users. You're not buying a pair of Nike shoes. You're buying a pair of Amazon shoes that happen to have a Nike tick on them and are made by Nike. Amazon's grabbing the users. Secondly, Amazon doesn't have the same financial motivation as you. They take 30% margin off the top, which is more than most retailers make. They drive you into unsustainability because you have to change your entire logistical chains and your structure to suit them. And they're opening private labels. They're buying companies like Whole Foods or like American Apparel or Target. It's kind of scary if you think about it. And you have no idea what you're just being done with your data. No idea whatsoever. But trillion-dollar economies are being created around it. Amazon pits you against your competitors on every single website, on every single sale. And of course, Amazon strips you of your branding and your identity. Because when you sell on Amazon, you're just another page on Amazon. So we've got a solution. And we believe the solution lies with you, the user. So we give the retailers what they're looking for, which is verified purchase preferences from the user with games on their website that help to learn more about the user, and all the purchase data of the user from all the different retailer websites. It's a single universal shopping profile where you're in control of your data and you choose how to share it. So how does it work? Because we're not going after you, the user, directly. We're doing this in collaboration with the retailer. We work with the retailer. Let's say it's J.Crew, right? So we work with the retailer. J.Crew sends out an email to their community, and you opt in. At this point, you play a little game, which learns a little bit about your shopping preferences, similar to Stitch Fix and Trunk Club. It's all to the look and feel of the retailer. It all happens in their website. And then the retailer gives you 3 to 5 years of your purchase data. We have an ingestion engine that ingests 25 million SKUs in real time, compares it to your purchase data, and makes sense of the purchase data. We then reach out into our mesh network of any retailer that has ever joined us or will join us. And we send out a simple call and say, hey, does this user exist with you? If he does, give him the 3 to 5 years of purchase data. And all of this is on the blockchain. Shopin doesn't own this data. The user owns the data. And instead of just dumping the data back to J.Crew, we, in real time, ingest the inventory of J.Crew, and on a Just For You page, which is personalized just for you, according to all your purchases across the web, we only display the inventory that is relevant to you, so that the value stays with you. And this is a real product, so I'm going to show you a video demonstrating what it looks like when it's installed on a retailer's website. So what you can see here is the Just For You page. And you can see it's not, this is my profile, by the way. And we have some elements of what I call surprise and delight, like the Hawaiian shirts that you can remove. You see, you can remove an item over here, and your profile learns about what you like and what you don't like, thus informing the entire web of what you do like and don't like. And when I choose a single item, some very cool things happen. On the retailer's own website, to their look and feel, first of all, my size is pre-populated because there's an understanding of my size across all the retailers that I shop at. I add it to my cart, I check out, and you know what? You know that beautiful one-click checkout feeling? Well, we call that data, your billing and your shipping information from your profile, and in just 2 seconds flat, you've checked out. A seamless and painless experience. So let's go back into the presentation. Who are we? I'm an entrepreneur. I've had 3 exits as a technology entrepreneur, but I'm the least impressive person in our team. The real impressive people are, for example, Divakar Ayapati, who was the first and principal engineer at Priceline. Who knows Priceline? Everybody know Priceline here? Great, $100 billion company. This was the first hire. He architected Generation 1 and Generation 2 of Priceline, which is still in use. The VP of Engineering of Priceline. The lead engineer of Priceline of 10 years. These people worked together for 10 to 15 years. Jeremy Harkness, one of my best friends of 25 years, who invented a really interesting solution that we're giving to the world for free, and I'll tell you about that in a moment, because it's going to enable you to run consumer dApps on Ethereum that you've never been able to do before. Doron Wessi is here with us today. Our CMO was the CMO of Loadame, the head of marketing strategy at Tremor Video. He was the CMO of incredible companies like Chill Global and the managing director of Mindshare. It's been around for quite some time. How do we get to the retailers? Outside of the incredible partnerships that we've penned with a variety of retailers, Michael Herman used to be the president of global sales for Eli Tahari, managing director of DKNY, of Donna Karan and Valentino. We're also supported by incredible people, ranging from, let's say, Steven Narioff, who everybody I think knows over here, to Tom Gonser, who's a participant in our token sale, and is one of our key advisors, and he was the founder of DocuSign. Or Amadeo, whose family owns CNA, the biggest Dutch retailer across Europe. This is a proven and tested product. In 2 30-day integrations with Bed Bath & Beyond and with Xenia, 750,000 users joined up. But what's really interesting is when people had this experience and saw the products that they loved, that was perfect for them, they transacted 20% more than people who did not see those recommendations. Out of 1 million people in Xenia, 130,000 people joined joined Shopin within 30 days. And it's not the fact that we generated $1.7 million for them. What's more important is that in the 30-day pilot, we saw a 22% increase in transactional conversion. And we saw the same thing with Bed Bath & Beyond, where 500,000 people out of 4 million people who saw the email joined up. And we generated $30 million for them in that space of time, which is a 20% conversion. We've also seen that people love to share their Shopin profile with one another, so they can gift one another in a really beautiful way. and there are 72,000 people onboarded 65,000 new people. This is no surprise. 88% of users believe that retailers should give them the flexibility to control how their personal information is used to personalize their shopping experience. We talked a lot about what's in it for the retailers. What's in it for you, the user? You have one application where you can see who's got access to your data, and you control the permissioning. This makes you, as a retailer, instantly GDPR compliant. Secondly, on every single website that you go to, you have the most personal recommendations. You get one-click checkout, no more filling out forms. You go to one application on your iOS app or on your Android app, and you can see all your orders from across the web. You can control them. You can wishlist items from across the web. You can be informed when those wishlisted items change in price and where they are. And one of my favorite features is that you can share your Shopin profile with your friends and family. What does this mean? Instead of looking into my profile and seeing what I've got, because that's kind of super creepy, right? You don't want to see the 20 pink elephant suits that I've got at home. That's kind of strange, right? So instead what we do is you'll share your Shopin profile with me when it's your birthday, and you'll share it with your friend. And I switch on your filter, and I can see different websites and only see the items that are applicable to your profile, your size, your style, and your taste. And when I buy you something, the other people that you've shared it with will buy you things that are complementary and not double gift you. Super important, because retailers, like retailers like Saks Fifth Avenue, Harrods, 40% of what gets bought at Saks Fifth Avenue every day comes right back through the doors. 65% in season. And we can reduce that in a significant way. Obviously, we had to build this in a really interesting way, because one of the big things is, retailers will tell you, we'll never share our data with one another. So there's a lot of antitrust that you have to overcome. And the blockchain, this was not possible to build this before the blockchain. With the blockchain, what we can do is each person is responsible for their own data. Each person silos their data. This is a major issue, right? 5 to 15 transactions per second on Ethereum. That's never going to be able to support any crypto company. So we had to innovate. And I'm really proud to announce that in partnership with iExec and using BigChain and Interledger, we innovated. And we've created a system where you can now run 1 million transactions per second quite safely on Ethereum. Unlike Raiden, the data will stay attestable on the network. You have a database, totally distributed architecture for all of your, for all your artificial intelligence, your cloud computing, and your storage. And we're giving it away to the world for free. Because we need more people building things on Ethereum, and we believe that the rising tide raises all ships, and we want to live in that world. So how do we make money? We charge $15,000 to $50,000 to the retailers per month, plus a percentage of transactional lift for giving them product recommendations. Very, very reasonable. We have in terms of our product roadmap, you can download this from our website, and you'll be able to read this more in detail, but we're quite far ahead in the roadmap. But what we're measuring here is a real understanding of the user. Something that we call the lifetime margin of a user, not the lifetime value. Because we are understanding your previous purchase history, your new purchase history. We understand how you convert on the websites. We understand your return rate. We understand whether you buy at full price and whether you buy at sale. And thus, via smart contracts, we can start to issue guidance on how adverts can be sent to you into your iOS or Android profile. We start to understand the true, what you actually mean as a user in terms of conversion. Because we don't need the money going to Facebook, and you don't need the money going to Google, where it's bought and sold and peddled and sliced and diced. No, you need to be getting that revenue, and we do that through the Shopin token. So retailers can advertise to you. They can incentivize you to go bring your friends in, to do gifts, to do loyalty, to do rewards. Because there's no sense in having advertising and having gifting and having loyalties and rewards. It's all the same thing. You want to engage people who are in your database right now to come back in and to start to shop with you, right? Or people who, for example, or new people that are out there. So incentivize other people to bring them in that believe in you. So what we do is we create a single cryptocurrency where the retailer can reward you for access to that data. And you can come redeem that in their store. No more shackles. You're getting the financial and the experiential value. And I think one of the big things is, how do we get the tokens into the retailers? You know what our basic business model is? So let's say you're paying us, 1.5. Let's say you're paying us $1 million a year, right? As a retailer, very reasonable rate for the kind of lift that we give you. We're going to take half the issuance of those tokens, And we're going to purchase them directly out of the exchange. So we're going to take $500,000. You know, the $1 million you paid us, by the way, was a total tax write-off. We're going to take $500,000, and we're going to be one of the biggest buyers on the exchange. Buying the utility tokens, taking them out of the economy, and giving them to the retailer for free in the first year of their business, so that they can start to circulate those tokens back to you, the user, and they have to hold on to them for 12 months and keep recirculating them, creating some scarcity in the environment of the token, and driving that token for utility to you, the user, at no cost to the retailer. So, as you know, we're currently doing a token sale or token generation event. We're currently in our private pre-sale. Due to demand, we've actually had to increase the $5 million because we've breezed through there to $10 million. You have the opportunity of being part of this today. And I've got something very special for you in just a minute. If you're participating with less than $500,000, we give you a 40% bonus. For over $500,000, a 66% bonus. We're supported already by some of the largest crypto funds, amazing VC funds like Nima Capital, Passport, Tom Gonser, the founder of DocuSign, some really amazing, fantastic people, Chicago Crypto Fund. And when we go into the public pre-sale, we'll essentially be issuing, we'll be giving you a 20% bonus initially, and then every 10 million that we raise, we're going to reduce the bonus by 2.5%. And what I've got that's really special for you here today is I want to thank everybody for listening to me, because you've invested something really special today with me. You've invested mindshare and time. Our Telegram channel is Shopin, S-H-O-P-I-N, everywhere. And if you come and sign up for our Telegram channel, in about 2 weeks' time, we will issue a web page where you can go put in your Ethereum address, and we will drop everybody who's listened to us today 100 tokens. And this is not just for the people in the conference, in the hall today. Anyone who's been at the conference, for spending time with us, coming to our stand, and being part of the story, we want you to become part of this. Because we want you to own your data. We want to live in a world where we're the owners of our data, but at the same time not disenfranchising the entire retail economy. I'm Eran. We're building a decentralized Amazon on the blockchain with a universal shopper profile. And we're going to be unreasonable about how we go about bringing you back the value of your data experientially, and in terms of financially, and in terms of control and visibility. Thank you for spending your time with us today.